Howdy y'all, and welcome back to another Rust Investing episode. Thank you to all of y'all for 250 subscribers. I know I'm at like 260 something right now, but seriously, thank you to all of y'all. It keeps me so motivated to keep doing this, and it really means a lot because I'd never expected to be here. Like, I expected to be having 100 subscribers going into 2020, but now I have like over 200, and that's absolutely insane. But besides this, let me just hop right into it. Actually, before we start, let me just say that I do have an official Discord, and if you want to stay updated on it, when the videos are coming out and discuss Rust investing with other investors, then make sure to join it. And I know a lot of y'all ask me when the videos are, and like a lot of y'all have been trying to talk to me, but that's honestly the best way to try and talk to me, so I highly recommend you go join my Discord. Okay, now let me just get back right to it. Alright, so hopefully y'all invested into the Doodle set because as I predicted, there was indeed more parts of the Doodle set to come. And in fact, I do think the Doodle creator, which I believe is Moon or Raphael, sorry if I pronounced your name wrong and if you're watching this, but I do in fact think that he is planning on adding armor and guns and other things to the set, especially with how he's had the gloves, the Doodle gloves, the Doodle boots, and the rest of the Doodle clothes release. So that's important to keep note when investing in the Doodle set, and especially because it's early, and the earlier you are to a set, the sets tend to do better. But anyways, you still have a great chance to profit from the set as it's the early beginning, such as you can buy the Doodle gloves and the Doodle boots, which I do think will do very well, but I'll get more into that later. And if you've just come to learn to make $1 or $2 from playing a game you enjoy, you have also come to the right place. And it's about time we got these skins, as Helk was delayed us a little bit, but nonetheless, they are here. And perhaps in the next week or two, we'll see Chinese New Year skins, as it is on January 25th. But actually, the Chinese community isn't actually as big as you think it would be. And I think they just have different games. And this is coming from the point of view of not myself, but from another Discord member. I believe his name was Soren or something like that. So shout out to him for giving me that info because he says, I think it's him who said he was from China and he's giving me that point of view. So thank you to him. Although he's not in my Discord, but I just wanted to shout him out anyways. Let me just hop right into my top picks for this week. And my top pick for this week is probably going to be pretty obvious, but it's going to be the Doodle gloves and the Doodle boots. And more specifically, I would personally heavily invest into the boots more if you just needed something to buy. They tend to be the better parts of the set to profit off of. And yet again, this is the part of the new and very unique set, which will help it be incredibly profit down the road, the Doodle set. And due to once again it being the beginning of the Doodle set, this will only continue to be added on to, which will make these end up being very profitable. And so just because of that, there could be a metal chest piece, guns, face masks, and other items which will only raise the prices of the items previously released before them. And these will end up being quite expensive, these initial items, the hoodie, the pants, the gloves, and the boots, because people want to buy these items more and more, and they don't necessarily have that clear access to them as they did on the Rust item store when they initially came out. So that's why it will lead to being a good investment. Now, if we take a look at the Rust item in game, we can see, and on the person, we can see that it obviously has a signature Doodle theme on it, as well as one of the widest skins in the game, and this contributes to the camouflage effect it could have within the environment. And not to mention, this could also go well with the previously released No Mercy set, as both are white and black themed. I would actually really like to see the No Mercy set armor and stuff on top of the Doodle base, because I do think that would look really cool in my mind. And I might have to actually go test that out and make a video on it. But anyways, and once again, you can see that there's the Doodle Bob factor on it, just like the initial Doodle set. And like, once again, I'll post a picture of the Doodle Bob right here on the screen for y'all. And as you can see, it looks really close to that. And it's not, from what I heard, I asked him personally, the skin creator, he said it's not inspired by that, but I do still see the Doodle Bob like connotation within it. And I do see that within the skin, which I do think will contribute to what I consider the meme value of the skin. And this is what the value of the skin gets from being a meme. Sorry for repeating myself. But if you want to take a look at similar memeable sets, just go check out the Brony set on the Steam Community Market. It performed remarkably well to be in theme. And I know I repeated this from last week, but I just wanted to let y'all know again, because it still applies. And as well, if you wanted to check this out further and more in depth and want me to go over what I think about the Brony set and how it relates to this, make sure to go check that part out in last week's video. And if we flip to the Apocalyptic Night set on the Steam Community Market, we can see that the boots and the gloves are performing better than the majority of the other parts of the set released. And if we look at the boots more specifically, we can see that the boots are one of the best performing skins and one of the most profitable parts of the set within the Apocalyptic Night set. And I think, it had the same previous situation that the Doodle set is going through, so I really do think the Doodle gloves and the Doodle boots can reach those prices that the Apocalyptic Night set was reaching. Okay, now let me just talk about the boots specifically because I mentioned it. And I do think this is the absolute best pick you could buy if you need something to buy and you could only buy one thing, and this would be the boots. There are not many other white boots and white boots specifically out there, which is very important to keep note of. As well, boots perform extremely well, especially when being one of the initial parts of the sense, and that would throw back to the Apocalyptic Night gear. And in reality, this white set also contributes to camouflage because I know it's really hard to get camouflage, so that's an important factor when determining whether or not to buy this item, and that also increases to why it may be profitable. And furthermore, I think this set will continue to be added to and will lead to good profits if it is purchased to make a profit off. My second pick for this week is going to be the Satchel. Let me just start out by saying that this is by far one of the most creative, unique, and the best satchels I have ever seen personally. And over time, people are going to fall in love with the satchel because it genuinely makes people laugh and it's very satirical and very clever. I'm so glad it was added to the game as it's going to be a great investment due to the very unique and real life components of the item. And it's literally a satire in a satchel, which I think could make it extremely profitable. But I'm not exactly sure how satirical items perform within the game, but we'll have to see how this one does. Okay, so if we take a look at the satchel within the game, we can see the blatantly obvious cigarette packaging on it. We can see that it looks like the Marlboro cigarette packaging, and that is where the inspiration probably most likely came from. I can't say so for myself because I didn't create the skin. And Satchel also sounds pretty close to Marlboro, so I think that further hints at it being based off the Marlboro cigarette packaging. That's where I got that conclusion from. As well, it has the hilarious cigarettes cause explosions on it, which is pretty funny in my mind and contributes to the unique and satirical theme about it. I really do like this skin, especially as just a mere collectible, because it's one of the most unique skins out there, and it's pretty funny. And I'd like to see more satirical skins, making fun of real life skins out there with it. And I just really do like it as a collectible and both an investment because it's just really hilarious to watch cigarettes and the smoking and stuff from it. But I really do think this is going to end up being a great investment and a great collector's item for Rust. My third pick for this week is going to be the Cloudshot crossbow, but I'm just going to jump straight into the game into this very vibrant looking skin. The brightness and the detail of the clouds on it make it a very good looking skin combined with how vibrant and colorful it is. It's really important to keep note of that because the Rust community tends to do well to glowing, vibrant, bright, and just good looking skins, and really popping skins out there actually tend to do very well. But certain glow items do not tend to do well, such as face masks, but this doesn't apply in this situation. The Cloudshot crossbow I think will do really well. So if we jump into the Steam Community Market for crossbows, we can see that all crossbows are selling for over what this one is selling in the Rust item store. That's over $2. As well, this Cloud crossbow looks significantly better than the ones that are just selling at $2, so that is a major thing to take note of when deciding whether or not to purchase this item skin. As well, let's take a look at a similar looking skin that I think is similar in my mind. If we take a look at the Dolphin Floaty or the Dolphin Float sleeping bag, we can see that the color schemes are very similar to one another, and that makes for what I would think a similar performance in how skins would do. And so the Dolphin Float is in fact selling for over what you could buy for it off the Rust item store, which I think is a mere sign that the Cloudy crossbow will do very well because they look very, very similar, and it represents how the Rust community will respond to a skin like that. And it's also the second most bought skin out there, so that's also important to keep note of. But all in all, I do think the crossbow will pay off as an investment, especially with how the crossbows are performing on the Steam Community Market at the moment. They're all over $2, so that's important to keep note of. Okay, so let me just go over the rest of this week's skins. There's the Peacemaker SMG. Was added from a long time ago. Like, it wasn't added a long time ago, it's just added now, but this set was from at least a year ago. This is a very old set, and it just recently got added to it. And in my mind, I don't think it's necessarily the best looking set out there. I don't think it's the best looking skin. And if you go search Peacemaker on the Steam Community Market, you can see that the set has not even really performed that well, especially with how old it is. The prices have remained pretty stale, and they haven't really done well. So I would not buy this as an item to invest in, but I do think overall this skin as a collector's item to complete that year-old set would be a good buy. Just to collect, but as an investment, it has a no in my book. So if we take a look at the Biointegrity Furnace now, we can see that it's an okay looking skin, and like it kind of goes with the theme of all the toxic stuff, but I don't really see it as that great of a looking skin. There are so many other options out there that you could buy for probably cheaper than $1.49. I'm not entirely sure if furnaces are cheaper or not but I really don't think it's that great looking. And they throw in the hazmat in the pictures if you look on it on the Rust item store and not just in the workshop, but like I just don't see it being very well. And there's a slight glow to it, which I guess could be important, but like it's like the basic glow of a normal furnace. So I don't think in my mind that this skin will do outstandingly well as an investment, it's not really that collectible in my mind. So I would refrain from buying this item. So just for the tooth set, I'm not going to go into both of them because I have relatively the same opinion for them both. Like both the hatchet and the pickaxe were added, but I'm just going to be looking at the hatchet. And as you can see, it has the same tooth details, which is pretty gory and pretty cool, but it just doesn't have like that vibrance to it. Maybe if it had different color schemes, and it would do better as an investment and as a collectible item. But I also accurately predicted this. Shout out to the donors within my Discord. They would know because I give them special stuff. Just saying, I'm not promoting any donations, but I feel like they have to get something out in return from it, and I have to give them something. So that's why. But anyways, I do think that I don't think it'll do very well because it just doesn't look that good. It's all worth selling on the Rust item store, and like it just got added because the tooth knife got added. So I feel like they have to complete it. Like Helk feels like it needs to be completed. I'm surprised Helk didn't do that terrible of a job picking skins this week. Sometimes he is absolutely really bad, and I don't think he makes necessarily the best skin choices in my mind, especially compared to that German guy's videos. But anyways, besides that, I do think that the tooth hatchet is not going to be that great of an investment, and as well with the pickaxe being the same reasoning, I don't think they'll be very good investments. But I have to see how the knife performed in order to gauge this. I haven't taken a look at it, and I haven't really cared to take a look at it because I don't think it's done very well. But anyways, so that's the tooth hatchet and the tooth pickaxe for you. So thank you to all y'all for watching the video. Don't forget to join my Discord for the latest channel updates and Rust investing updates. I really appreciate y'all watching the entire video, and I'm so very thankful for the 250 or like 60 so subscribers that I have now, and for reaching that milestone. It's really big for me. And if you ever want to talk to me directly, just either contact me on Discord or add me on Steam. I would love to chat about investing or anything really in general. But anyways, thank you to all of y'all once again. Please like the video and subscribe if it helped or if you simply enjoyed it. Thank you. Sincerely, DroBlue.